What is up? Welcome back, man.
Hey,
Hell
what's
yeah,
good?
I can actually hear you better tonight than I have before.
Yeah, I'm doing this on my phone, so there's a speaker phone setting that it's weird, dude. Sometimes it comes through, sometimes it don't. So
Right. Cool. Here once again for our man. This is like our fifth, sixth broadcast, man. We did. Let me see. We did The Shining. We did Clockwork Orange. We did
Shivers.
Shivers, Rabid, and this is our fifth. So this is Cronenberg's The Brood, third in our line of our Cronenberg catalog that we're doing. Um,
Mhm.
and this is one that you're amped up for. It sounds like.
Yeah. Out of all of them that we've watched so far, I mean, I've seen all of them, but out of all of them, this is not my favorite. But
Right.
this one is like for me, out of the three that we've seen, including this one, this is the one that probably has some of the most disturbing elements.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Got Ginja, Ginja, no, Jinja, Jinja Ninja. That's right. I finally got it right. Jinja Ninja. What's up, man? Thanks for coming through. I finally got it right. Do I have it right now? I feel like a total asshole. I've been saying it wrong now for like 2 months. But Jinja, it's going to take a little bit of getting used to. Jinja says, "Hey Gore, hey John."
Hey.
But yeah, man. I checked out a little bit. I actually checked out some behind the scenes shit. I won't talk about it yet. Wait till it comes along or whatever until we get into it. But yeah,
Hmm.
cannot believe because I'm checking out, of course, on Physical Criterion. It's got some damn good special features, man. It's got interviews of Rick Baker, Joe Blasco, which is the one that made the Shivers doohickey there. Um,
Mm.
whatever you want to call it, little fucker. It's got his Cronenberg's 1970 feature Crimes of the Future. It's got all kinds of shit going on here, man. Merv Griffin show takes from 1980.
Mm.
Next week, of course, will be Scanners, which is my favorite movie, my favorite Cronenberg movie that has ever been made.
Mm.
But I have not watched this yet. I haven't watched it. I remember it enough from back in the day, but I wanted to keep it. You know what I mean? I want to keep it fresh, and I wanted to have it to where you know what I mean? I would be a little surprised as I was watching it because I haven't seen this in probably 5, 6 years.
Yeah, it's been a while for me, like way longer than that, dude. I probably last time I saw this probably was somewhere in the '90s or what. So yeah, but I remembered a little bit of it, and then when I rewatched it, I did rewatch it recently, so I remembered a little bit of it, and I was like, there was some things I was shocked at because I hadn't remembered. So you
Right.
know,
Hell yeah. It showed little scenes throughout, you know what I mean, the featurettes and shit that I watched. So, I get to see a few little things, a couple of little disturbing things he was talking about, but it's really cool. Um, got my fiance in the chat. Hi, baby. How you doing? Love you. Thank you for stepping in. If everybody's so kind to give a nice thumbs up for us here. Um, if you haven't subscribed to John, subscribe to him. Um, other than that, man, fuck it. I say let's get it going. Do all of our talking during like we always do.
yeah. All right, man.
Uh, all right, we pause on the same part, so it'd be 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. David
All right.
Cronenberg,
Yep.
Art Hindle, man. You remember what all he did, right? He was in Black Christmas. Uh,
Oh,
he was also in
yeah.
Invasion of Bly Specters, 1978.
Yep.
He played
Porky's
the
as well, bro. He was in the
Porky's. Yeah.
yep.
He was the younger cop.
Yep.
I haven't seen that in a long time. You
Um,
believe I do not have a copy of that with all the shit I had?
you ever seen the Octagon and shit from like that?
Oh yeah, long time ago.
He's in that as well.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't remember him in there.
And then dude, a horror movie that came out recently. That he's in his. Have you ever seen the horror movie? It's like from about maybe 4 or 5 years ago called The Void.
Yes.
He's in
Yeah.
that. He's in
Oh, hell
that.
yeah.
So
Let me
yeah.
turn subtitles here. I'll try to hear it a little bit. Tell me if you can hear it. Of course, he's whispering right now.
No, I
Oliver
can't hear it.
Reed, man. Oliver Reed.
Well, Oliver Reed's been probably in a bunch of movies people would recognize, man. The first movie I remember with him is the Doctor Doolittle one. The like not I think there was a earlier one, but the '60s one. There's a '60s Doctor Doolittle, which
Yes.
is probably my favorite version. He's in that. So
That's
and
the
Bullet,
one. That's the one with Jerry Lewis, right?
is it? No, no, not that one.
Which one? Which one did Jerry
Well,
Lewis do? Doctor.
doc, uh, it wasn't. No, no, no. That was Doctor Doolittle. Did Jerry Lewis do Doctor Doolittle? I don't remember Jerry Lewis doing that, but maybe.
No, I'm.
1967 is the Doctor Doolittle I'm talking about with this guy, man.
Okay. Um. He was also in. As far as newer shit goes, I mean, he died. I do believe he died not long after, but he was in Gladiator.
Yes. Yep. I think that's probably no. Oh no, he wasn't in Doctor Doolittle. It was the wife that's in this. Uh,
Egger. Yeah, Samantha
yeah,
Egger.
yeah. It was her that was. I was fucking confusing him and her, the two actors.
She was also in Curtains.
Yes, yes. Yeah, but if anybody knows Oliver Reed, you're probably gonna recognize him most from the for younger people because me and Gore on the other side of 40 right now. So
Yeah.
he was the character Proximo in Gladiator and that came out in like 2000 2001.
Yeah, he's the one that owned the slaves and the one that eventually ended up doing the right thing at the end and ended up getting killed for it.
Dude is a great actor, dude.
Oh
Uh,
hell yeah!
have you ever seen it's another horror movie, dude, from like fucking the early '70s called Burnt Offerings.
Yes,
He's in that as well.
that's right. Yeah, burnt off.
Um,
Yeah, that's been a long time, man, since I've seen that.
and for you '80s kids, if you've ever seen The Adventures of Baron Munchausen, he's in that. And
That's
one I think you should see if you haven't, Gore, which is a movie called Gore from 1987. Gore, Gore. It's like one of those like kind of sci-fi fantasy sword sandal types. So it's Gore, Gore. He's in that as well, brother.
no, I haven't seen that one.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. All right, nice calls, man. Hell yeah. Yeah, this is early on when this kind of I do believe this kind of psychotherapy was still kind of new, man. You know what I mean? It
Mm-hmm.
really takes it to a level here. You know what I mean? It goes. It's basically where anybody doesn't know. It's basically where all the different emotions and feelings you kind of wear it physically.
Yeah, like this. Oliver Reed plays like a psychologist, experimental psychologist in this, and basically what he's doing is he's forcing his patients to kind of like live out and act out their biggest like issues. Like they got mommy issues, daddy issues, whatever. So
So whatever the feel, the anger or just whatever, you know what I mean? It starts to show itself physically on your body, you know what I mean? Which is totally up. This is written and directed straight up by Cronenberg. So I mean, you can definitely tell this was
this
really starting to come into his body horror.
this part trips me out, man, because the fucking read the bus. Soma Free Institute of Psychoplasmics. The fuck? You know what I mean? Like
Right?
they had to have just made that up for this film, dude, because you never heard anything like that.
Somacoma, yep. Somas,
Soma,
man.
Soma has to do with like sleep though, like somatic,
Right.
psychosomatic symptoms and stuff they talk about. It's funny that Oliver Reed is in this and he plays a psychologist, and then he's in the movie Baron Munchausen, which Munchausen syndrome is an actual thing that's a psychological. Yep. So there's a connect right there.
Munchausen syndrome by proxy. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Now this little girl, bro, she looks a lot like Heather Rourke from the fucking Poltergeist series, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
they showed some special features, and it showed her as an adult, and she looks exactly the same in the face.
no, like looks a lot like the same, huh?
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, the face just older. I mean, he's got the same features. You know, like some people, they'll change when they get older.
Mm-hmm.
She's one that she kept all those same features. Now, they was talking about Oliver Reed. I guess he was a bad alcoholic. I guess that's what eventually ended up pretty much killing him. But they said he would drink at night and carouse around and shit, get in fights, go to bars, get in fights. But the next day, when it was time for work, man, he'd be totally sober and kicking some ass.
Mm. So Art Henley, the guy who plays the husband, is talking to Oliver Reed right now, who's the psychologist treating the wife of Art Henley right here, Art Hindle. And he's like, I want to see my wife, basically. And dude is, you get this sense like, okay, that Oliver Reed's character in this is from like the first scene you see him in talking with that guy on the stage. You're like, what the fuck is going on here?
Right. And he's
Right?
wearing all
Like,
kinds of bruises or scars or whatever. He's
yeah,
got some visible shit. And then you look at the little girl and you see bruises, and you come over here and you get the idea he's a bad guy.
yeah, some experimental therapy shit going on, man.
He feels almost like this guy, got into his wife's head and fucked with her and talked her into coming being a part of his shit. You know what I mean? But
Mm-hmm.
he only has a little bit to go on. He doesn't, you know what I mean? No one really knows the full story about each other yet.
Right. And like with that, bro, like you could probably talk about like some of the background about the Cronenberg thing, dude, with like how it correlates to this story, basically. A
Well, yeah,
wife being an experimental like shit and a husband and yeah.
yeah, actually, yeah. For everybody that doesn't know, the Art Hindle role is actually based on Cronenberg. And like I said, for anybody who doesn't know, this was based on and written about his wife had went over to like a commune, a cult, a religious type cult and shit. Like I hear about. Well, she took their daughter with her, and he had to go over. He went over and personally got her back from this commune and took her out personally. So that's where this comes from. That's where this is based on. Except for this is based on like a clinic and this doctor rather than the religious type shit.
Mm-hmm. Now you see that sign that says the shape of rage?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so look for that same thing later on in the film. Right there. See, that's why they Dr. Hal Raglan, The Shape of Rage.
Right? Yeah, and it showed it to you real good and real clear there before they cut out.
Yeah. Is this the fucking same dude that was in Scanners? No, he looks like him though, right? The dude with the glasses.
Right? No, that's yeah. No, this is a different guy. That guy's not in this, man. I can't remember his last name. It's Joe. I can't remember his last name now. But this is the first one with the dude that's in Scanners that plays the guy that ended up killing his family, and he now lives in that barn made into like a home.
Mm-hmm.
This is the first one of Cronenberg's that he's in. Somehow, that guy that was in Shivers and Rabid, and the other guy, the smartass dude that ran the apartment complex, and the one in Rabid that said he at least put a sheet over it or something. Neither one of those guys is in this one
Mm.
that I know of. Like I said, I haven't seen this in years.
Right.
I've seen this at 7 or 8 years old, man, and I remember watching through all this. And at 7, 8 years old, you don't understand this shit they're talking about. So I was kind of bored up until a couple of things happened, and then it got my attention real quick.
Mm. If you want to see a later film with the father that just spoke with that guy, he was in a film called Monster Brawl, which is kind of like a I don't know, it's like a fucking B grade horror movie that came out like kind of silly. And like
Yeah,
I said, dude, the void is like badass, so he's in that as well.
yeah. My son loves now Monster Brawl, and that's the one that's got Kevin Nash and shit in it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We actually had that on DVD. My
Dude,
youngest son really likes that
look, keep this scene right here. A fucking Happy Days lunchbox, bro,
one.
sitting right there on the desk. Now I haven't researched this woman, the teacher, so I don't
Yeah,
know what else she's been in. I mean, I didn't bother to look anything up on her, but I
yeah.
feel like I've seen her in something.
I don't think she did a real lot though. I mean, this is uh, she's got an ultra late '70s haircut going.
Hmm. Kind of very Brady Bunch mother looking and shit.
Yeah,
Yeah. So it must be like around Christmas time because the background has like all snowmen and shit like that.
yeah. This is of course another one. I think this might have been the last of his Canadian tax write-off movies that Canada paid for personally. I guess might have been the last one of those.
Well, here's the grandmother of this is the mother of the woman of this guy's wife who is in, the experimental therapy at the clinic.
Yeah,
She's been in a few movies too.
the little girl does a really really good job, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's why she didn't do a lot of other shit. Ninja says the void is great. Yeah, I've seen it a couple times maybe. I liked it all the way up to the end. Kind of
Right here,
stretches for a
where
minute,
she
but
says 30 seconds after you're born, something, and then fuck, I'd have to rewind it. It's something 30 seconds after you're born, you start sinning, and 60 seconds after you're born, you start lying to yourself about it. That's fucking deep right there.
yeah, the grandparents had split at this point. They've been together all those years, and now they've split. It's just gotten to be too much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's while she's at the grandma's house is what got my attention. Up to this point, I was kind of bored and kind of getting disinterested. Like I said, I was only about 7 or 8, but then the shit that happens at the grandma's house, I was like, whoa,
Yeah, bro. Like, ah.
yeah, that got my attention. That freaked me out. Being little, here's Samantha, and it's cool how they're doing. You know what I mean? A thing called oh shit, what do they call that? Where you're role playing therapy. He's playing the role of her daughter right now because she's being accused of physically abusing the little girl.
Yeah.
That's why he's trying to get full
Kind of like
custody.
it's like psycho analytical like tools that he's using on her that like he's having her act out her like it's almost like a fantasy thing too, like acting out these deepest, darkest secrets that he's trying to pull out of these patients and shit,
Yeah,
to have them kind of like up deal with it up front and close.
yeah, he's playing that role because she can't have the actual conversation with her because of what's going on legally. So he's playing that role so that he can kind of guess what she would say to her, what she's accused of, and so she could try to get through it. When I was in therapy, when I was young, they did a lot of role playing shit.
Hmm.
We'd pick somebody to play the role of that person.
She's talking about how her own mother. the grandmother you just saw with the little girl, how her own mother used to shit all over her and beat her and stuff.
Right. Okay. So yeah, he's playing the mother. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's playing the mother right now. Yeah, but it's trying to pull out the thing about the little girl too, like her own daughter.
Yeah. Of yeah, trying to get to the root of the problem of what is wrong with her. Then
Mm.
it's weird what you find out as this goes on of how everything depends on how the Samantha Egger Nola character goes by her emotions and how she's feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Everything's based on that.
It if you any of you have ever seen the Hercules cartoon that came out in the 90s, Samantha Egger also voices the character Hera. So that's
Wow.
one of the gods, the goddesses. She's
Right.
the voice of Hera in the Hercules and the game too. And she was also in the Phantom. Remember with Billy Zane, the Phantom?
Uh huh.
She's in that as well.
He says, "Oh, damn, sorry, all can't stick around. Work is busy today. Have a great stream. Cool. Thanks for stopping through, man. You get a chance, pop back in. Appreciate it.
Yeah, bro. Thank you.
Yeah, this is what got my attention, man. Right here. I was like, what the hell?
Like when I rewatched it again, bro, like yeah, my wife started catching it around this point. She was like, "What the fuck?" I
Yeah,
was like, "I don't know, man. Like, I forgot about this shit."
because they busting through the back of the refrigerator.
Yeah. Oh man.
It looks like it's a cabinet, but then you see the milk pot. You know she's not keeping the milk in the cabinet.
Yeah, bro. And then all this shit starts like fucking opening up. Okay. Let, oh man.
Yeah, meat tenderizer.
Hmm.
That's not even just a fucking mallet, man. That's a fucking meat tenderizer. It's wood with metal.
Who we got watching with us, man? Is anybody in the chat watching actually? Because this is one you need to watch, I'd say. I love this part.
Man, it's weird. I get like, you know what I mean? 50, 60, 70 will join in and out, anywhere between 40 and 70 will join throughout the stream. But then
Hmm.
I'll get 200 or 300 rewatches. You know what I mean? It's strange.
No, that's not bad, bro. That's actually good. It's probably people that couldn't come through at that time and then go back and like listen to it or what.
Yeah, I think a lot of people that, you know what I mean, that join, and a lot of people that follow my channel, I think they work during the day. So that's cool, man. And, you know,
So, bro, right after this part happens right here. So this scene right here, particularly, right?
right.
Um, after it really, really, really reminded me of like, I'm like, did the people who did Child's Play watch this? Because this reminds me a lot of how the shots, how the shots were done with
Yeah.
that scene specifically. I feel like, whoever did Child's Play watched this film and took some pointers from it. I
Especially
guarantee
Child's Play 2 in the classroom.
that. And yeah, and part one too, where you don't really see, you
Mm-hmm.
don't see the doll yet, you don't see Chucky, you just see something happening with the weapon. I know that's been
Yeah.
done before, but because of what this is, because it
Yeah.
involves a child, and uh one of the main actors, the main points of this film is a child, and that was also the thing in Child's Play. So it gets fucking a little bit more hairy later,
Yeah.
and stuff
It
too.
reminds you of a combination of that and when the sister is killed in the first Child's Play. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It was definitely an influence, I'd say. Just the way she responds, man, it tells you she's seen a lot of crazy shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Did you
She
see
just,
it? Did you see the handprints on the banister on the stairs? So supposedly that's a goof, because when the cops come in later or whatever, and they're looking at what just happened, they don't take any notice of the handprints on the banister or whatever.
Huh.
It has some weird little one of those little. Let's tell you about goofs about this too.
He's like a he's like a architect or
Yeah, I think yeah, a construction supervisor, architect.
so I think he figures out the plans and shit, and then he goes and oversees. I mean, is that something architects do? Do they actually go to it while you're building the place or whatever, or redoing it and actually
Mm-hmm.
check it out while it's being done?
Mm-hmm. Look right here. They found your mother-in-law's body in the kitchen. Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah, this is kind of this kind of leans toward Andy too from Child's Play, like he was saying, like you know what I mean, like they're suspecting her.
Yep. Right off the back. Yep.
You know, because she's so non-emotional. You know what I mean? She seems so cold about it. You know that they instantly, of course, they're gonna think you did something wrong instead of thinking maybe you're just shut off to it.
Mm-hmm.
Because they don't see any other motive to what there could be. There was no rape. There was nothing taken. So if nobody had no problem with the old woman, who else was in the house?
Mm-hmm.
He's not wanted to hear it. He's had a rough enough time. He's like, okay. He does a great job of looking frustrated. Art Hindle does. I loved his fur coat in Black Christmas.
This dude.
Yeah, Art Hindle. Remember, he's wearing that big ass fucking jive ass fucking fur coat in Black Christmas.
Ah.
That's something that just stands out.
Mm-hmm.
This guy, the fucker wore it pretty well. I mean, he was definitely rocking that fur coat.
Yep. You can't hear mine, can you?
Uh,
All right, good. I got it pretty low. Yep. This dude is like he's definitely a very loving father, though, to
oh
his
yeah,
daughter. That like he wants to make sure everything's all right with his wife and shit.
I'm like surprised he didn't do more, man. Art Hindle did a good job with these shows.
Mm-hmm.
Like in Invasion of Ice Snatchers, he's the husband to Brooke Adams, the Brooke Adams character, and he comes off really good like a body snatcher. You know what I mean? He always did a
What?
great job.
He's in there's a movie from 2009 called The Offspring. So check that one out too. He's in that. See this panning up shot,
Mm-hmm.
right? Okay. And then I'm telling you, bro, Child's Play reminds me of this a lot because of the some of the shots in it and everything. I'm guaranteeing whoever did Child's Play watched this fucking movie, dude.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Hey, what's up, Grande?
Mom, thanks for coming through, man. Um, I just love the blood promo by Oliver Reed towards the end.
Yeah. My buddy, my buddy Mac, Mac Attack. He's, yeah, I don't know if you know him, but he hangs out. I've been hanging with him for a while now. Mac.
Yeah.
Anytime there's a cord phone in a movie, we was joking around. I was like, for anybody who drinks, I'm not a drinker. But anybody who's a drinker, brought on by my friend Mac. because he has his icon, his picture is like he calls himself the cord phone killer. So we like anytime we see a cord phone in a movie, we mention that, and it's like, all right, if you drink, go ahead and take a shot because you just saw a cord phone. Yeah.
Does he? Yeah.
See, he says it right here. He thinks that I'm turning into my mother.
Right. Prism's in the chat. Thanks for coming by, Prism. Appreciate it, man. How you doing?
Hey, Prism.
Grande says Mac is cool as shit.
Oh yeah.
What you guys watching? We're doing Cronenberg's The Brood. We're part 3 of our Cronenberg catalog. Next week will be Scanners. We're 27 minutes into it, a little over. Thanks for coming through, man. Give us a like if you guys don't mind, please. Help out with the algorithm and all that stuff. Yeah, she does a really good job in like this was her first horror movie, Samantha Eggers, but
Yeah.
and, and then like what 2 or 3 years later she ended up doing Curtain. So I guess when she first come in and she seen what was going on and what the script was, I guess she made a comment right out of the bat. She said, maybe I should have read the script. But then by the end of it, she ended up enjoying it a lot, and that's why she did Curtain.
She did The Exterminator. That was in 1980. She
Right,
did,
the Exterminator.
and before Curtains, dude, she did Demonoid in 81. So
Damn.
she got a little bit of a horror movie.
Yeah, she caught the bug, man, from this one.
Yeah.
Deep Fried Awesomeness, how y'all? Hey, how's it going? Thanks for
What's
coming
up,
through.
mate? But for you youngins, for you young heads out there, you are looking at the Hera, who I believe was probably the mother of Hercules in the Hercules cartoon, Hera. So she's the voice. Yeah.
Phil in the chat. What's up, Phil? Thanks for coming through, man. How you doing? Said he loves the Brood. Hell yeah. What's up, John? Brood is classic. Hell yeah, it is. Phil's got a couple of cool Brood kid bobbleheads. That's fucking awesome.
They make them shits.
Yeah, I guess. Hell yeah.
I would never have guessed, yo.
If they got something like that, Phil's got it, man. He's the knick-knack, the horror knick-knack fucking, you know what I mean? He's got a lot of that shit. Smith Acre is terrifying. Yep,
Yeah, dude.
absolutely.
Yeah, like it gets a little bit there's some dark shit in this, bro. Like that comes up and stuff, man. It's like, oh, what the fuck, dude?
Yes. Says doing great, John. Thanks for asking. Pretty busy night at work. Just making the night fly by. That's
See,
all.
bro, this fucking part right here, I was just like, wait, like, what the fuck, dude? But then I was like, all right, what he's doing is he's taking pictures of where she's been abused.
Yes.
But it's just weird. This fucking scene, dude, is just weird because the little girl's like standing in the window as well, and you're like, oh, what the fuck is going on here, dude? But I
You
see
you
what he's doing though. Custody.
you
He's got
really
his
wouldn't see
custody.
this part. Well, actually, you wouldn't see this part at all in today's movies because she's not wearing a shirt and she's, you know what I mean? Even babies, even toddlers, if you're a little girl, they do not do scenes without your shirt.
No, dude, it's not happening, dude. Nope.
Hell no.
Here's the grandfather coming to visit.
Yeah. Yeah, he come to because his ex-wife and her grandmother has been killed, so he's coming in for the funeral and all and the arrangements, all that shit. Cooper Glover 1972 in the chat. What's up, man? Thanks for coming through. Appreciate it. He says, "Hey, agoraphobe, John."
Hey,
Appreciate all you guys. Thanks a lot. yeah, we're doing we're gonna follow along next week and be doing or next week or the week after. Next time me and John's together, we're gonna be doing scanners, which is my favorite.
Yeah.
I like all of his first several, but scanners is my favorite.
What would you do after Scanners if we keep going the Cronenberg route?
The next one I think after scanners is Videodrome, 1983, right? I don't
Yeah,
have Videodrome. I've never, just like I told you before, I'm not a big fan of Videodrome, but I've seen it one time, and that was 30 years ago. So I'm ready to give it another shot, man. And I'll wait, and I'll wait if I can get my hands on it or whatever, because I don't think it's streaming anywhere free. If I can get my hands on it, man, I'll wait till we watch it to give it my first watch in 30 years.
it might be streaming somewhere, dude.
I
You
checked it out. I don't think it was, but it might be now.
I'm gonna have to look too, because I could have swore I watched it. Ah, fuck,
Yeah.
I know I watched it like a few months ago, bro. Somewhere on streaming.
So pick on Instagram. Cool.
This
Awesome.
old lady going up the stairs.
Yeah, this is when he meets old dude. I can't remember the character that he plays, but this is the first Cronenberg that you actually see this guy in. And then, like I say, he ends up being that scanner that
Mm-hmm.
murdered his family, and then he ends up living in the barn. Remember, and Cameron Vale goes to visit him, and
Mm-hmm.
right as he's there visiting him, trying to get some answers about Daryl Revick, is when those people hired by Revick comes in and kills his dad.
He's fucking rolling around on the floor like, what the fuck are you doing, dude?
Yeah, he's a good little bit part actor, man.
Mm-hmm.
I knew his name. I don't remember his name now, man, but he does a really good job with this kind of shit. Guys doing it. Yes, yes, yes. We're doing a watch along. Watch
Who
along
asked that?
slash live commentary.
Mm-hmm. Well, who asked that?
Kubrick lover.
Oh, yeah, I told a few people I was gonna be watching this tonight with you. I told them.
It's cool, man.
Hmm.
Like I said, it's odd, man. I'll get maybe the time of night I go, but I'll get a lot more. I mean, tons more on the rewatch than I'll get on the initial watch part. It's really strange.
Yeah,
I've
I
never really
think
seen that happen before.
like it's a Tuesday. You think about it though, brother. It's a Tuesday
Yeah.
night.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers just worked like Monday yesterday. They're trying to cope
Get
with
ready for
their
work tomorrow.
yeah. That's what it is. Motherfuckers is going to bed, dude. They're lightweights. So
Well, they none of us getting any younger.
yeah.
I'll be 50 in May, man. You believe that shit?
Yeah, I got you by a couple months. I'll be 50 in February. Yeah. Fuck. 50 years old, dude, man. It's unreal, dude. I can't even believe. Yeah, he says I'm claiming psychological damage, not physiological.
Yeah. He's
You
ready to
tell
show
him
us
leave
fucked up
that
shit
dude
on
with your
camera.
wife a little bit more. You'll be able to claim physiological damage too.
Right. Yeah. He's just showing off his neck here. It looks like I'm not sure, man. It's like, I don't know.
It looked like fucking like the bottom of Thanos's fucking chin, dude.
Kind of,
Like it
yeah.
looked like a fucking a nut sack on the fucking bottom of his neck or what, dude?
Yeah, yeah. This pushes the whole idea that whatever you got going psychologically goes, and whatever you're trained to think and feel psychologically shows itself physically on the outside.
Which is essentially what Munchausen syndrome by proxy is. So think about that shit, and then Oliver Reed's in this film and that one, dude.
Right.
So yeah, yeah. Psychoplasmic therapy.
which
Revenge.
follows which follows the whole situation that Cronenberg was in here. You know what I mean? Dealing with that commune. That's all. You know what I mean? That's all shit that's pounded in your head psychologically. So this kind of follows that same idea. This is all pounding your head psychologically.
Right, and the fact that like the scene where they show the people like boarding the bus to go to that clinic or whatever that is also
Mm-hmm.
like a commune type of cultish type of thing too. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah. This one, he was really getting in full swing of his body horror, man.
Yeah.
Really getting a good taste and a good vibe for it. It's like the first two were practice, you know what I mean? And now he's really kicking it in.
Yeah, I think this one, and then like Scanners. Then I mean, I think as the Cronenberg movies progress, you see the progression of the body horror as well. You know what I mean? It just like continues to shock.
Yeah.
You know.
They, uh, thing that I was checking out about Cronenberg, they was talking about he's like a scientist first and a movie maker second.
Hmm.
You know, Joe Blasco did the effects, like I said, for Shivers, and then I think he worked on some of Rabbit as well, um, and somebody else I can't remember, damn it. But then you got Alan Carter, and along with a few other people working on the special effects for this one, which are really good. Then of course some other under people along with Dick Smith does scan.
Mm.
Getting Dick Smith for that head explosion that was key in scan.
Yeah, that. I mean, before Scanners, was there a head explosion film that anybody can remember? Because
Maniac.
most people remember that for that. You know what I mean? Where
Yeah.
has there been a head explosion like that in a movie
Um,
beforehand?
just the shotgun blast through the windshield on Maniac.
S-
A year
Savini?
before. Yeah, it was done a year before Scanner. That's the only
Okay.
other one. That's the only one that I could think of. And then of course you got the whole body explosion back in Brian De Palma's the Fury,
Yes.
which is
Yeah.
badass also. The Fury is a Brian De Palma nobody talks about, man. I think that's a shame the Fury kicks that.
Hmm.
I'll do the Fury one of these days. That's really cool. That's got all kinds of shit going on.
So you see that big Canadian flag up there? There's
Yeah. Like I said,
talking.
this one I think is the last one that's actually paid for by the tax, the
Hmm.
tax exemption of Canada, basically paid by the taxpayers. It's the only way he was able to make these movies, man. There's no way he could have afforded to do a lot of
You could tell like that this teacher was feeling the main actor. She was feeling him, and like they were probably gonna get it on at some point, but like I don't think they really went that route with this because the
it. Yeah,
story is he's still. You could tell she liked him though, and like if there wasn't anything with his wife, that
yeah.
she probably would end up getting with him and shit. Oh, popcorn's here.
Katie's in. Yep. Hey, Katie. Thanks for coming through. I appreciate it. Um, Glover says Cronenberg was, I think, going to get his degree in a type of science, then switched to filmmaking. Yeah, he was a scientist first, man. He was just total movie horror science nerd, all mixed all up into one bowl. You gotta love a movie nerd.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a total movie nerd. I'm just a really cool.
Uh-oh. Are we gonna see the cord phone? Because if we do, time to
Yeah,
drink up, people.
there's that old school ring. Yep, yep.
There it is. There's the cord phone.
Yeah,
For you young kids that don't know about cord phones, go look it up on the internet, interwebs and shit.
old school landline. Yep.
hmm So he's got his little drinky poo. Him the father and the teacher, the little girl's teacher that are talking right now. They're talking over drinks and
They got some
shit.
shit developing. Yeah, he definitely likes her, and she likes him. He, unfortunately, he just is really complicated right now. She's completely uncomplicated, and he's completely complicated. And he's getting drunk as fuck because he's just completely in mourning. The grandfather is what I'm referring to. He's completely fucked up because his ex-wife and the mother of his child, and then of course the grandmother of his grandchildren was found beaten to death. So he's still had feelings for her. This is what you
So
find out,
now
damn,
the
this dude's
grandfather
complicated.
and the father are supposed to be going to the clinic, the soma free clinic.
Yeah. Did you see the look on the teacher's face? She's like, damn, this motherfucker's got some drama going on.
Yep.
Yeah. See, she's like, I'm not sure. I don't know. Four chord line. What's that? Laugh out loud. Just kidding.
So
Yeah.
now the teacher's being asked to watch the little girl, and man, the teacher knows she would have done it anyway.
Yeah. But she's thinking at the same time, she's thinking, damn, he's awfully cute and I like him, but damn,
Yeah.
maybe just a fuck. Maybe I'll just fuck him.
So
Because I don't know if I want to be all in love with this dude. Too much going on, man.
see, there's the book, The Shape of Rage.
Uh-huh.
Uh, this part was like, what the fuck?
Just him going to stay in this house was a terrible idea, man.
hmm This little roped off shit right here, though,
Yeah.
that they got.
Yeah.
Really, dude?
What, yeah. I mean, I wonder what's up with that rather than like police tape.
Yeah.
Just a rope coming from the drawer over to the, you know,
Door wide open too.
he's just wandering around drinking, getting more fucking upset. They
hmm
must do it differently in Canada, man, because the head's squared off and all that shit. I,
Yeah, right.
I, I, I thought they did it circular right along with the body, man. They got him looking like Harry Pitbull and shit.
Looks like the dude from Pitfall, bro, for real. He's jumping in the kitchen and shit.
Yeah.
I love I love like places that, like when they have outside shots. Like this right here, I like seeing more of the city and stuff like that. I like what they do. This was all, I don't know if the whole thing, but I think most of it was shot in Toronto.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah. When was the last time you saw a pitfall before I said that?
bro, like fucking forever probably.
Dun, 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 dun,
Jumping
dun,
over
dun.
alligators and shit.
Yeah, you had to make sure you landed on their heads though. If you landed on their mouth, they go dun, 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 dun. You fucking die. Oh, do you hear the noise when it fell in the hole?
Yeah, fucking stupid. Gotta jump at the right exact moment to hit the fucking divine to swing over shit, yo.
Yeah, that's what made the Tarzan noise. Dun, dun,
hmm
dun. I remember all that shit down the hole.
See, there would have been police tape. The door would have been closed and most likely locked. They would have just had access to the keys for it, unless there was another family member that was. But
Yeah,
because it's still a crime scene being investigated, they missed a very glaring, obvious thing. The first kill is the little mute. There's a little mutant, whatever it is. It looks like reminds me of Phantasm, actually, which came out the same year, bro. You know those little minions?
Yeah, yeah, the little what oh the little Jawas.
Phantasm came out a couple months before this. Phantasm came out in March. I believe this came out in May of '79. So that means that they were being shot as far as filmed around the same time too.
Right.
I don't think there's really any connect there. It's just funny how this features like kind of like a minion child or children, and so does Phantasm. And they came out in the same year. Like that kind of theme was carrying over. It seemed like.
Yeah, the little yeah, the
There
little
we go.
Jawa guys. They act like little Jawas from Star Wars, the little fuckers, and
Now right
well, I
here,
mean,
see the way
on the
they
face.
shoot this is very like it gives me very child's play like vibes too. Again.
Right. To find the brood children kind of so. All I know is at 7, 8 years old, when I seen Ed Everson back, you know what I mean, back in 1980, they freaked me out. Seeing them beat this fucker back and forth with these fucking paperweights.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Yeah,
fucked up.
like they almost look like the snow globes and shit. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
But this is the grandmother's house. And then like when he was going up the stairs, I didn't see any of the blood on the banister. So and the cops are like, whoa, you know, what did she see? But there was fucking whole handprints of blood right on the banister that now you don't see. Boom, right here, dude. That's the ball from fucking Phantasm Kid going through the wall.
Yeah.
Think about it.
Yeah. That's nice shit to do too. They go right through that shit, man. Those paperweights are they ain't no joke.
That's some fucking thin ass wall though, right there, man.
That'd hit him in the face of the head, man, and he'd still be laying there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the cops gonna be like, man, why is it everywhere someplace you or your daughter's at? Somebody ends up beat to death or something.
Right. These Canadian police aren't too good, man. Like they're not asking the right questions and shit. So.
Well, they had the shit taped off with a piece of rope,
Fucking
you know.
right. Yep.
This kid, nah, it's funny. He just kind of just. I don't remember why he just falls down here and just starts fucking dying.
Mm. Yeah, that
But
part was that I think because they said something about like the way it lives or it breathes somehow, it has like a sac on the back of its neck or back of its back or something that like provides like I don't know something to it or what.
okay, I remember. I said I haven't seen it in a minute.
She had this kid locked up in an attic and never told anybody. It wouldn't be the first time. See, now
Same.
she's reading that Shape of Rage book, which is by that doctor.
Mm-hmm. There's a mom calling. Here's another.
Oh yeah, another woman at the house.
Yeah. Like yes.
Are you and my husband having your own private PTA meeting?
Yeah.
You bitch. You're
Funny,
killing my
funny.
family.
Yeah.
She's like, this lady's like, this bitch is crazy, man.
Yeah. Now she's really got that look on her face. Like, what am I fucking thinking about getting involved in? I'm gonna get my shit together. I'm leaving as soon as I get there. First, I'm having a smoke. She's all nervous. You know that fucked her up bad. She needed a cigarette right away. emergency therapy meeting for the mother. That's for sure. She didn't want to talk to the doctor right away now.
This part right here, dude, is probably the most purple I've ever seen in any film.
Hey,
Right here.
hey, Craven. Thanks for stopping through, man. Stopping by to say hello. Hello. How you doing, man? Thanks for coming by. What's your thoughts on the Brood, Steven? You had just seen the Brood.
Fleshy sack between the little fellow's shoulder blades.
Okay, yeah. This is a smart motherfucker, man.
Look at all this fucking purple in this scene, dude.
Yeah.
So it was like it's like a gas tank that's full at birth, but then eventually, the creature will starve to death, run out of gas.
Wow, you haven't seen the Brood? Check out the Brood and Cronenberg, man. Absolutely. Check that out, man. You enjoy it. This one Cronenberg did right before Scanners, right between Rabbit and Scanners.
So these little mutant dwarves or children have no genitals, have no navel,
Yeah,
and don't really have a sense of like teeth either.
right.
But
He looks over and says, "Jesus." Don't know what the hell they're looking at, really, man. They almost got like a cleft palate right in the center. You know what I mean, too, man. They got like that line there, or like a cat, or like a cleft, or not a cleft palate, a cleft lip.
yeah, I say it looks like a beak, like a bird beak or what almost.
Yeah, to me, it kind of puts me in mind of like the cleft palate
Mm-hmm.
or cleft lip. I mean, cleft palate, like you said. Oh yeah, love scanner. That's my favorite Cronenberg, Steve. Man, that is, yeah. We're going to be doing that one probably a week from this coming one. We eat these Cronenbergs once every other week.
See, the doctor been trying to put the moves on this woman from the beginning too. So
Yeah, he's got, yeah, he taken a unnatural liking to her. Yeah,
mm-hmm.
and plus she's like his personal project too. You know what I mean? So
Yep.
she's yeah. Everybody else is down here, and she's up here. She's like, as far as his work goes, and what he feels, what he specializes in, she's at the top of that.
Yeah.
So I'm not so sure it's so much of a romantic thing, or it's just you know what I mean? It's like a labor of love type, you know what I mean? Or like a thing that that's what he loves about her, is the fact that she is it shows every single symptom of what it is he does.
34 or 43 if you want to do the reverse.
Playing a Blu-ray player. Where are you exactly? We are. Let me see. We are at 54 or 55 minutes. 55:04, 55:05.
She told him that your life is a little bit too complicated for me right now.
Yeah, see, I knew it, man. I did not remember her doing that. I could tell this by her face. She was like, I don't know, man. She don't even want to fucking know.
Nah, she's like, well, maybe. I think like what it is like he'd have to get rid of the wife. What you kind of wanted to see happen in this, I guess, was if the wife ended up going with the doctor or being caught having sex with the doctor or what, that this guy would end up with that teacher. But you know,
Right. Yeah, but just the combination of all that shit, people getting murdered, this and that shit happening, and the two people, are and now the wife calls and is calling her a bitch and shit, and she's just like, "This man, you ain't that cute, motherfucker." I'm done with that. Yeah, we're about 56 minutes right now, man. Um, yeah.
You don't even see that little girl on the floor when he first walked in.
bet you did. Had a bad dream. Poor kid. She does a great job. But I mean, character wise, you feel bad for her because she's, of course. I mean, damn, of course she's having bad dreams.
Mm-hmm.
She does a good job of coming off like she's just tormented. Like she's so tormented, she can't even hardly show emotion.
Yep.
Reed Psychologist was in a really good film. And that's called The Devils. Yeah, that's it. The Devils.
Oh yeah, the Devils, man.
I knew there was one specific one. I couldn't put my finger on The Devils. Thank you. It's one of those banned ones and ones that what I mean is hard to get a hold of for many years. Like you had to get bootleg copies of it. You know what I mean?
Mm.
In order to see it, I mean, it just had a stigma and a reputation to it. You know, and it's hard to get a hold of because of it. No one wants to put it
27.
on physical. But now they'll put just about anything on physical now. So there's really nothing out of the reach of people now.
Mm.
And I love that. It's about damn time. Even Britain has given in and said, "Fuck it, man. People are going to be checking it out anyway, and they're going to be getting it anyway. So we might as well not ban everything anymore." So sorry for the British, man, because a lot. I mean, 99% of the best shit they had to get. You know what I mean? They had to get pirated up. They couldn't see it.
Yeah, like video nasties.
Yeah, that's fucked up, man.
This guy did a good job doing it.
Oh hell yeah.
This Michael guy. I don't know if he was in anything else.
No, this is the only thing I remember seeing him in. But he really comes off as just like inconsolable, man. Like he doesn't know what he's gonna do now.
Mm-hmm.
He don't know what the hell he's gonna do the rest of his life. Nah, man, he's all fucked up. Yeah, she's making me think of the little girl in Poltergeist. That's her Kubrick lover said.
Yeah, bro. She looks a lot like her, like almost deadpan.
Yeah, you just saying that at the very beginning. I got a copy of The Devils on DVD from South Korea through eBay. Yeah, it's a lot easier to get a hold of. I think a big label, I do believe a boutique label put it out now, didn't it?
Oh, I don't
Most
know.
of them.
I could see like Kino Lorber or like the Vinegar Syndrome putting out the Devils or what. I don't know.
What's your favorite? What's your favorite movie that doesn't have an official Blu-ray release right now? I thought it was May, but damn man, Ben from Cadabra got a German media book of May, so it does have a Blu-ray release, and it's Blu-ray, man. It used to have a lot of censorship, yeah.
Hmm.
Remember you get money for film with Revan Shivers from porno companies. Um, from what I'd heard about it, man, is they a lot of it was through the taxes and shit through Canada. Canada funded those, from what I understood.
He's saying it right here. Like she's the queen bee, and the rest of the patients don't even count anymore. Will you be my daddy?
My daddy, he won't do it anymore because your fucking wife. Because your wife, she's the one. Yeah, my real daddy rejected me. It's like, damn, this dude is all.
He's like
His,
asking other grown ass men if they'll be his daddy or what.
yeah, it's like his dad rejected him, and then the next person he looked forward, looked up to like a dad, that Dr. Raglan,
Mm-hmm.
Reed character. Then he sent him away. This
Surrogate
guy's like,
daddy.
this guy's like on his last leg, man. He's like, man, you want me to bleed? Fuck it, I'm just funny for films like that.
Nobody can do it like Dr. Raglan, not even real daddy.
Yeah, him, and the ball sack neck guy are hanging out too.
The dude that got daddy issues and the ball sack guy.
Yeah, yeah. It's like everybody else said, "Fuck it, I can't deal with you, man." So he just went to the he's went to this dude and said, "Will you be my daddy?" He must have said no because he's immediately asking him.
Mm-hmm.
So the neck guy must have said no. I got no problems, man. Look at my yeah.
All except
Well,
your
except for
wife,
your
buddy.
wife. Oh, except for your wife. She's still there. She's his pet project. She's the only one that he kept.
Dr.
He's the
Raglan
only
wants to be alone with your wife.
Yeah, he put it in a fucked up way. That's for sure.
That part right there reminds me of like the Monster Squad with it. The werewolf dude is calling the father from the telephone booth. He was like, he wants your kid, like that and shit.
And see, he finally got through to this doctor. Now you're seeing a different side of the doctor, though. He's going up to check some shit out. He
Mm-hmm.
knows what's going on. He knows what's up. I think it's just gotten out of control. He doesn't know what to do. You know what I mean? It's gotten far beyond what he intended to happen. So
So
now he
remember
just
how
finds
you
himself
talked in
in a
Scanners
situation.
about the barn? This is like a
Yeah,
barn type of thing right here too, like a little barn house type of thing.
yeah. Yeah, it's very cool because usually places you see like this has got like a garage underneath, but this I don't know. Sure, he's carrying around a gun, all kinds of shit. Oh, this is a good scene.
Mm-hmm.
This scene stuck out to me all through my childhood. Remembering this movie, this is the one that stuck out
Yep.
more
This
than any
is
of them.
this is crazy.
More than any of them, this one did. Because look at the woman's face. You know what I mean? When it's all said and done, check out her face. Her face just looks fucked up. It just looks creepy.
Like, why are those kids just
Yeah,
out there?
yeah,
Mm-hmm. And here they go. They're going in.
yeah. It's pretty cool. It shows that off in the distance like that. Yeah, you immediately get the idea something's up because it's not showing them in the face; it's showing them from behind.
Yeah, and
You
she's
get
like, she starts staring at both of them, like, what the fuck?
yeah. Well, she seen the face of one, so she knows. Damn, there's two of them that looks like that.
Mm-hmm.
Just told her, hey, go in there. This would be man. This would be so fucked up, man. If you're this classroom full of little kids,
Mm-hmm.
all of a sudden, a couple of weird looking fuckers just start fucking hurting your fucking teacher.
Oh yeah, these kids would be scarred for life.
Yeah, man. It's been so cold outdoors during Cronenberg, but yeah, I mean, he had shot some scenes. Yeah, oh yeah. You see that? There's a couple scenes in Rabbit that are real cold like that too. But this seems a lot colder. See, it's like shit just stopped, man. She just stopped right in her tracks and was like, "What the fuck?" She didn't know what to say or do.
The kids are just like, what the fuck, yo?
Yeah, they're just
And this one kid goes running out.
yeah, because they're too little to really even think about even consider doing anything about it. So they're just
The bad kids, the bad kids.
these kids would never be over this. These days, he wouldn't have been able to just run right in school like that. If this was now, because they keep that shit locked up so tight.
Those
So
kids
he
are
didn't get
fucking.
cooked when
Those
that sign
bad
comes
kids
up.
are fucking quick too, because like they're already out, yo.
Yeah, she did. See, her face just looks fucked up. It's just something about it. When I seen this as a kid, something about that her face here and all the blood and shit.
There's some good practical effects with this one.
Oh yeah, like I said it's that Ellen here. Well, let me cheat real quick, man. Alan Cotter, spelled just like Welcome Back Cotter. Alan Cotter and the team he had together with some makeup people.
Fucking school looks like a fucking school I went to almost.
So she makes me think of Mia Farrow. Yeah, kind of. Or her sister Tissa Farrow from Zombie, which they look a lot alike, man. Tissa and Mia Farrow do.
Yeah.
I mean, like you see Zombie and shit, like you know right away. You know, if you remember in Rosemary's Baby, you're like, damn, they look alike.
Mm. Candy's teacher.
Like she's so
The movie.
before she called her bitch and screaming you destroy my family. Now she's like, oh, Candy's teacher.
Mm-hmm.
It's like she's a little light upstairs, man. She's not right. Like she ain't even mad at her anymore. But it's because she knows she's dead, doesn't she?
Mm.
I do believe that's the whole thing here. I think she knows that she's been killed. She knows
Mm-hmm.
that a couple of them killed.
Yep.
That no, yeah. I figured that all by myself. I'll pat myself on the back.
It's like well you later on you get to see understand why, like there's almost like this psychic link between her and the brood children and shit. So
Yeah. Oh yeah. I was remembering that right as I was saying that. I was remembering. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. Hopefully I didn't say that and fucking thing up or ruin anything.
these Canadian cops need to up their fucking detective skills or something, man. I don't know what it is, but they're not too very good, the Canadian cops.
Late 70s was an interesting time for making cops look like total fuck ups, man. I mean, think of shit like Smoking a Bandit to Dukes of Hazard.
Right.
Oh man, I grew up watching that, man. I grew up thinking cops were the stupidest motherfuckers.
Mm.
Just thinking, damn, man, how the fuck they catch anybody?
Take they got her. Look at this shit. They're this fucking dude. Like, look at this road, dude. Any
Oh yeah,
fucking any vehicle could just go by and fucking whack. Like, it's crazy.
yeah,
These three,
yeah, yeah. Just break into a slide and wipe all three of them out.
it's crazy, bro.
And that looked cold.
Mm-hmm.
I've walked in some shit like that before, man. So it's like, yeah, I completely feel where they're at.
So when people try to make fun nowadays of like older people who like say, yeah, I walked like fucking 2 miles through fucking 10 feet of snow, but some of us actually did do shit like that. So
Oh yeah,
you know
my
what I
whole
mean?
life, man. My whole life. I've walked most of my life, man.
I know growing up, I walked to every fucking school that I was in the city, dude. So yeah, I didn't we weren't bused or anything. Like, I walked, dude. So
Yeah, I'm in Indiana, so shit gets nasty. It gets nasty. I'm just waiting. It's been mild so far, but I'm waiting for this shit to kick in. It's been way too nice. You know what I mean? Here in Indiana.
yeah,
So when it gets bad, it's gonna get really bad.
past few years out here too have been pretty mild, man.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for really nasty one to hit. He shows up at this fucking house going, man, I got something. It's like, dude, I got a lot of problems. Walking snow. Oh, hell yeah.
What kids? The disturbed kids in the work sheds.
The disturbed kid. Ones your wife's taking care of. He's like, what the fuck? The disturbed kid. See, he heard the bad kids. Now he's heard the disturbed kids.
This is the same road that them kids were walking up to. That they shot. That was the same road. This scene right here. This
Mm-hmm.
is where the clinic, the farmhouse thing is.
Except for from the other angle, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Different score going on in this one, man. You know what I mean?
I like it
This,
though. I think Brian Kubrick was telling me like because I was telling Brian about this the other night, and he said that the guy who did the score for this did the score for some really the Lord of the Rings, I think, the
oh
movies.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
very cool. Yeah, because I mean, you could tell this definitely different score than from Shivers and Rabbit.
Mm-hmm.
It's a whole different vibe to it. We control the situation. Warm yesterday, cold today. There it is. He's like, oh shit, the work shit.
Mm-hmm.
Must be the work shit. Oh no, the disturbed kids. That right there would make you want to definitely.
That is them little disturbed fuckers in the work shed.
Yeah, especially what he's seen the disturbed kids do so far. So he's taking it easy, man. He's making
Mm.
sure he's covering his ass. He's like, I don't know, but I don't like what them fuckers do. So I'll just be real quiet.
I guarantee, bro, if you if you double up on this movie with Phantasm right afterwards, you'll see like where the sinks are and shit. I think you
Is
know
it Howard Shore?
that's the guy who did the score for this. I think.
This must have been when he started using it. Now, did he do Scanners too? Because Scanners is a little different. I don't remember. Nice night lighting. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, this is good lighting right here.
Think of it. Yeah, he actually might have done Scanners too. Scanners has got really good music. See, it's just got completely out of control for him, man. He just doesn't know what to do. Man. It's where they live.
Hmm. He's looking at him like, motherfucker, you've known about this shit the whole time.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I thought he was. Well, yeah. So I remember seeing Howard Shore in the credits. Scan.
So you're right there. He said because in a sense she's one of them.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, because yeah. I mean, she's born from her. Actually biologically, and they're born from her emotion.
She's not their surrogate mother, Frank. She's their real mother.
Yeah. He's like, what? I ain't been broke that long. You know, it's like she ain't been gone that long, man, to have a bunch of fucked up
Yeah, this
disturbed.
when this thing reveals, it's like, oh fuck, dude.
Yeah, he said they're more children of her rage. The anger is conscious or subconscious. She got annoyed with Candy. So it's a bruise. So it wasn't the mother that put the bruises on Candy. It was the kids. Can you imagine how
Mm.
they were shooting those shots? Yeah. Oh, shoot.
Yeah, when it gets to the part, I'll talk about like what I was gonna say.
Cool. Yeah, you're gonna be real sweet though. Yeah. You gotta convince you gotta convince her, or yeah, you'll get the
So
rest of
you
the
see how
pussy.
there's that kind of like that psychosomatic. It's a because
Yeah,
Cronenberg's all about the psychosomatic. Anything that has to do with the mind, also related to the body. So
exactly.
that's why the place was called the Soma Institute, whatever. The psychosomatic. So her feelings, basically, that she's brought out, are controlling these things,
Yep.
which is
When she's angry, they're angry.
yep.
Yep.
Which again, there's an element of like a control, kind of like a controlling or a link mechanism, quite the same way that they did in Phantasm with the tall man and the little minions and shit. There was a
Oh
psychic
yeah.
link there too. I wonder if Cronenberg and fucking Coscarelli ever did a film together. That would be fucking crazy.
Yeah, it would. Hell yeah, man. You did your homework on this one tonight, man. You bringing it. I love it.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, Rabid for me is
Yeah.
not this one's better than Rabid, and I like um Shivers better than Rabid too. So
Yeah.
if I was doing top right now, right, as what we watched, I would
Right.
say this is two, Shivers two, one, this two, and Rabid would be three for me.
Yeah. Come and see me while I was here. Yeah, he's approaching the wife now, and his job is to keep her ass calm so the disturbed kids don't start tripping and hurt and hurt his daughter. You know.
Keep those little motherfuckers from cutting up in the other room.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because how she feels depends on whether they kill her fucking daughter
Yeah,
or
dude.
their kid. You know. And meanwhile, the doctor's gonna go in here and try to get her. He's like, dude, keep these motherfuckers calm because I'm gonna try to go get your daughter, man. Don't be having the brood fuck me up.
Mm-hmm.
Do a good job of convincing her that everything is cool because these motherfuckers terrifying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you could tell he's scared of these fucking kids. But he's like, sweet, talk the fuck out of her, man. Don't be getting me killed in here, man, when I'm trying to help you.
Mm-hmm.
So he definitely knows what they're capable of. He takes them very seriously. Next to her, he probably knows, the most about them. He may even know more than her, in a technical way. Oh, he's like, why are they growling?
Yeah.
Doing a dog prank because she's just not stupid. She just ain't buying it. All of a sudden, all of a sudden going to be sweet and want to fix things. I
Yeah.
mean,
there's there's a part in this like that kind of like I question, and it kind of freaks me out no matter how many times I've seen it, bro. I'll tell you when it gets to it.
all right. Hey, Trench, what's up? Thanks for coming through.
Hey, Country, what's up, brother? I'm gonna be awake. I know Gore gotta take off after this, but I'll be around Trench and anybody else. So if anybody want to hit me up to hang out, let me know. All right, guys. Here we go. We get into the explanation of it right here.
Yeah, she's evolved. Yeah, she's no longer who or what she was before. She took the shit that the work that doctor does. It took it to a whole new level. That's why he got rid of those people for
Right
the
here,
real
dude.
reason.
Like, how is this fucking one of them that just like sitting there awake, dude? Two of them actually that you can see. There's
Yeah,
there's like three of them that are awake, and they're all just chilling. Like they're not. there's some that are asleep, but there's a couple that are awake, and they're not bothering him at all.
Yeah, they're just kind of keeping watch, just seeing everything's cool right now.
I'm in the middle of a strange adventure. This is the woman.
Yeah, and you could tell he's disingenuous. You know what I mean? That's what she catches on to.
Well, because dude, he's a good father, so his ultimate thing is the safety of his daughter. Here we go. You don't get no Samantha Egger boobs either.
Yeah, there's the nice old school condom effects, man.
Mm-hmm. Look, the one just sitting there chilling, dude.
Yeah, not even looking at him.
You'd love this movie, Trench. There's fucking little people.
Yeah, they're wondering why the fuck are you trying to take her out of here? You know what I mean? They aren't. You know what I mean? They aren't stupid either.
The thing too, like, you know, with Cronenberg and what he was going through in his own life with custody battle over his child, and the mom basically being, like you said, in a commune. You have a
Yeah,
lot of daddy shit in this movie. You got the daddy thing, the dad and the daughter, and then you got the other guy talking about daddy, and there's a lot of daddy issue things in this one. This
yeah.
shit right here, bro. What the fuck?
Kubrick says she's connected to Brood, not her daughter. Yep. Anything she's thinking, anything she's feeling, the Brood feels. So now that she's not buying his shit, man, they're starting to get upset. Yep. Before CGI, the really cool looking physical effects
Mm-hmm.
of the comic.
Yeah, that's striking effect right there, bro. It's fucking wow, dude.
Yeah.
Shit.
She was talking about this, man. She was talking about how, you know, they were all kind of laughing when she was doing this. You know what I mean? She said the people see it at the theater were fucking, gagging and shit. See, it's got one of them sacks hanging off his back. You see that?
Mm-hmm. Yep, that was it. That was the thing that keeps it like alive, bro, for whatever duration.
He just get see he can't act no more, man. God, come on, man. Ooh, I disgust you. You hate me.
Mm-hmm. See,
Hate
now these
you.
motherfuckers gonna start cutting up, dude.
Yeah, because she's pissed now. She's offended. Jigs up.
Trench would love this fucking film, dude. I know he would.
Jigs up. Jigs up, yep. Now
See,
they're serious.
here we
Doctor's
go with
going,
the.
fuck, man, you did a bad fucking job. They're gonna kill me.
Imagine. I don't know, because this was filmed in Canada. Phantasm was filmed. Fuck, I don't even know, but probably in LA, dude, somewhere in Cali. Cali, I think Phantasm was filmed. But like the
Yes,
people
yes,
or
it's
whoever
coming.
they got for these roles, I don't know if they got like dwarves or small people, but they had to get a
Um,
few for this roles, man.
the
Ooh.
first one or two that they showed, like the one that died,
Mm-hmm.
that was a midget. That was a midget or a small person. The rest of these were in like 7 and 8 year old little girls that were a part of like oh goddamn, some kind of a dance thing or something. So
Like a
these are
dance
little
troupe.
girls. Yeah,
Like,
just like yeah, like a gym. Oh, it was like all girls, 7 8 year old gymnastic thing. So these are all
dude,
little girls.
they did a great job. These kids that played these roles or what, bro? Because
Yeah, these are kids. See, if you go back and check it out, the part the one with the one died in the bathroom, that
mm-hmm.
one's a mid. That one's a small person. You could tell it's a little different. These are actual kids.
They all got that same mutant look on their face and shit.
Oh yeah, yeah. These are kids, but that first one was a little person.
Mm-hmm. Well, the two that were in the classroom too, I'm assuming were probably like small people too, because they were a little taller than some of these kids. But then again,
Yeah. Well, they're a little older than her too. These girls are.
yeah,
So
this
you know,
girl was probably about 6 or 7. She's around the age
right.
of the girls that are playing the mutant kids. Then
You get
five,
I,
6,
she was in kindergarten, so yeah.
yeah, 5, 6, yeah. She did a good job here, dude.
Yes, man, she does a great. Yeah, and like I said, she still looked a few years ago when this Blu-ray was made. She still looked the same, man. She looked like the same chick in the face, just old. You know, some people change, you know what I mean? But she had the same features.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
this part is crazy too because he's basically like choking the shit out of her, dude, and then the baby fucking mutant thing's still attached to her, bro. Like fuck.
She's still holding it,
Mm-hmm.
and he's choking her to death and shit. And it's like, see, because he hears that shit going on, so he knows this is probably the only way that he can stop it now because he fucked up.
Yeah.
He let his actual emotions and thoughts and feelings take him over and take over what the whole shit at hand was to keep her, you know.
Mm-hmm.
How do kids deal with that? Looking at that, tells their head slightly bigger. There's certain facial features you may be able to tell
Well,
by that.
the way they get the practical effects in this trench is kind of hard to tell.
Yeah, they do a good job. They made one mold of the face and then they just copied it. You know what I mean? They made it off that same mold and they all wore that same one.
Yeah.
You know, that was kind of copied after it. So that way all the faces look alike.
Yeah.
What we got to look at is the length of the legs and stuff like that.
And see they're all laid out, and that's the mom or the surrogate. Well, the mom is dead. So, and there's his daughter.
This old code psychologist. Yep. Yeah, she's even more trauma. Like she's finally broke for the first time in the movie is actually breaking down, man. She finally just had enough. She was real stiff, about it up to here, but she's tripping now.
Mm-hmm.
She's actually fucking terrified. When they busted through that door and was grabbing her, that was it.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing her grandma get killed and all this, all this shit, but she can only take so much. He's gone. This music here reminds me of Scanner. This is
This
just like
part,
Scanners. Yeah,
right?
this is Scanners. It's definitely so. Yeah,
I lowered it.
the strings are just like that arrangement scheme.
Mm-hmm.
And sacrifice at the end of
So,
right,
in at the end of Shivers, you got a driving scene driving away, and at the end of this, you got a driving scene driving away. You know.
yeah, yeah. And you got and at the end of Rabbit, you got them putting her in the back of that trash truck and driving away.
Yep. Yep. Mm.
And every time it gives you something to think about. In Rabbit, it's her dead. In Shivers, it's them all heading into the city to spread the disease. And this one, it's her showing the signs that to show that it's passed on biologically,
Yep.
hereditary.
Yep.
And there it is. She's got.
Damn, dude.
Yeah, those aren't moles.
Now, with the way this ends, right? Do you think they could have done a part 2?
Could have done correctly, done by the same creator, coming from the same mind. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do you ever see? You ever think we'll see a remake of this or any of those early ones? Really? You know,
I
that
think
Kubrick did.
it was
It's like no one ever tries to touch that
I
with
think
Kubrick.
no, I think this was talked about actually. I think this was talked about for a remake. Look it up. Don't quote me, but look it up. I'm pretty sure this was talked about for a remake, bro.
Because you ever
Which is
notice no one ever touches any of the early Cronenberg shit.
no. I mean, there's a couple. Are there other films that have like mutant kids and like kids that are killer kids and shit? Yeah, there are. Um, and this one doesn't feature the children a lot. It's more about the story of like what leads up to like the reveal of the whole thing, like what explains it. And this one's definitely more on a obviously it's more on a psychological level because they're in a
Right,
fucking a psych hospital, so to speak, or a clinic.
right,
Um, but it's like the parts that the mutant kids are in are very satisfying. It's not like the slow parts in this movie are the lead up to what happens with that. But there's other movies that just are outright like, all right, from the beginning that what it's
right,
gonna be about, killer kids. This gives you a little bit of mystery.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It's been years since I've seen that, man. I really enjoyed checking it out again, man. I appreciate you joining me again. Hell yeah.
Yeah, man. This is a good one, man. This is a good one to always talk about.
Trench is right. They do want to remake everything. That's why I'm surprised they haven't tried to. But maybe Cronenberg won't let them fuck with
So if you
it.
guys want to see other movies with the main actors in this, go watch for Samantha Eggar. You just gotta watch the Herculoids, fuck. The Hercules cartoon that came out, the Disney one. She's the voice of Hera. Oliver Reed, Proximo and the
Yes.
Gladiators. Also Baron Munchausen and Gore. You gotta go watch the
Yeah.
movie Gore from '87.
Right.
And then Art Hindle, the father, Black Christmas from '74. You can watch him in fucking The Void from 2016.
Right. And
Yeah.
Art Handle's in fuck man, the original Black Christmas. The remake of Invasion of Body Snatchers. Like you
Mhm.
said, the Void. Dude. He's like I say, he's wearing that badass fur coat in Black Christmas. So
this
he's Claire's
this little
boyfriend.
girl, this little girl was only in 6 films, Gore. Like she's only been in 6 films, and like think the last one that she was in was like in 2006. But her career as far as actress has been very sporadic. But she was also in The Dead Zone and a movie called Deadline. So look for her in The Dead Zone and Deadline. Those are two other films she's been in. Horror, the little girl. So
Hey, Trench brought up a good point. Rabid was remade. I mean, it wasn't a direct remake; it was a loose remake. But that is true, man. They did come out with Rabid a couple years back, done by the Soska sisters. He's absolutely right.
oh,
Co- co- color me corrected. Yeah, they have redone one.
so the Brood is
Like I said,
not
it's
is not
not
up.
directly. It's done completely differently, but it's supposed to be a loose remake.
The Brood is then not out of the question then because I think I read something somewhere where they said the Brood was up for talks about a remake or what.
And the little shiver things, you know what I mean? Those will put you kind of in mind somewhere between Night of the Creeps and Slither. You know what I mean? They're
Hmm.
not remakes, but they're the same type of little creature.
Yeah. Yep. Oh man. Definitely
Um,
more recognizable people as far as actors in this one than I think in Shivers. Like Shivers, like there's the main, but then there's like, all right, what the fuck was this guy or this girl in or what type of thing.
yeah, yeah, they didn't. Not many people did. Of course, you got Marilyn Chambers in Rabbit. Of course, we know what she did.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kubrick saying, "This is better than I remember it." Awesome.
Good.
I was watching the Criterion. Yeah, that same one that I checked out, man. That I haven't seen either version of Rabbit, but I did hear about that. And saying start watching Cronenberg Trench. Absolutely, man. Yeah, I introduced Trench to to The Exorcist 3 too, and he ended up liking it a lot. I love bringing films to people, man. That's part of what you know. What I mean, that's what that Forgotten Horror Archive, the watch along, that I do every Tuesday. That's part of what that's about, man. Is bringing film. You know what I mean? We need more than Halloween and screaming shit in our lives, people.
Yes, I agree, bro.
There's so many great films out there. You know what I mean?
100%. Yeah.
Yeah, there's so many great out there that a lot of people have never seen or sometimes never even heard of, and so that's part of the whole joy of it. And then every other Tuesday, of course, we're doing a Cronenberg. A week
Mhm.
from Tuesday, 2 weeks from now, we'll be doing Scanners. I'm psyched about that, man. Scanners is my favorite Cronenberg. So, and then between now and then, it gives me about a month to come up with Videodrome because I don't have it. Like I said, haven't seen it in 30 years, but I'm gonna give it another try, another shot. I seen it one time 30 years ago. Didn't care for it much, believe it or not. Don't shoot me. But you know, John suggested that I check it out again all these years later, and so I'm going to. So about a month from now we'll be checking that.
I think you'll have fun with me at least watching it. That one is like that one is definitely Videodrome's definitely I feel like a watch party one. Like if you get two to even more people to watch that, man, that's always one that like sparks a good ton of conversation, man. I think, you know.
Cool. Yeah. Yeah. I'll check it. See if maybe Ben want to join us. Shit. Maybe Night. I'll talk to a couple different people, see if they want to check it out with us. I'm sure it won't be hard to find more people to check it out
Yeah.
because that movie's got a hell of a following. That's why I want to give it another try. So many people love it, man. It's like it's got to have something that I missed that first time. Wild about video. That's totally fine. Yeah, but I seen it one time, and it was 30 years ago. So I kind of owe it to Cronenberg since I'm a big fan of his early shit. I owe it to that. You know what I mean? And just to me personally, to give it it's not going to kill me to check it out again and just see.
I say like watch it now, in the mindset of what the fuck is going on in the world right now. I'm
Right.
saying for real, dude. Like if you go back and watch that movie, and look at it like, okay, not what's going on because of this, or what is this movie trying to tell us from back then? What are
Right.
these symbols, and then what's going on now in the world? There's a lot of deep connects there with Videodrome, bro. You know,
And say
at least
I
from
seen it probably.
what I've gotten from it.
I've probably seen it in 90 or 1990 or before. It might have been longer than 30. You know what I mean? It might have been 30, 35 years. So I think
Hmm.
it was like late 80s, maybe 1990 when I seen the motherfucker. So, um, Grim and hey, what's up, Grim? Thanks for joining us, man. We're getting ready to. He said his favorite is video drones.
Oh,
So,
then you should be here for that one then within about a month then, or what?
yeah, Scanner. Yeah, I absolutely love Scanners. Not him. Revick. Daryl Revick. Motherfucker is serious. Michael Ironside's a bad motherfucker. Um, I wish he'd have done more roles like that. You know what I mean? Because that Joe Revick role, man, he owns that motherfucker.
Hmm.
But thanks everybody for coming through, man. I appreciate it. Thanks for joining us. Like I say, if you haven't hit that like, please hit that for us. It helps the algorithm, helps my channel. Appreciate you joining me again, man. And I'll see you in a couple of weeks for Scanners. Stick around with me for a minute here, and I'll talk to you for a couple minutes before we get off here.
Yeah, man, no doubt, man.
Thanks everybody once again. Much love to all. That is John Steele. I am Goraphobe, and you guys are not. Thank you again.
Good night.